Otter AI and Granola. These are the two best AI meeting note-taking tools out there right now. But which one is right for you? And a lot of review videos get this wrong because they're comparing features when in reality, these two companies are competing for different customers. Now, I have spent months using both in real meetings. I've even made full videos on both tools. And the more time I have spent with both of them, the clearer it becomes. This is not about which one is better. It's about which one is built for you. And by the end of this video, you are gonna have a clear sense of which tool is right for you. Whether it is you as a solo freelancer or you have a team of 50, I'm gonna give you everything you need to know about both of these. We're gonna talk about how they join meetings, how they handle your notes, their standout features, pricing, and more. Let's get into it. Now, before we dive in, it would mean the world to me if you do happen to start with either tool. I have them linked at the very first links down below in the description for you to get started. And there is a special promo with Granola for my audience when you click that first link down below. And I may have an offer with Otter as well by the time this video goes live. So definitely check out the links in the description. Now, to compare both features, it's great to have a baseline of both of these tools. That way we're on the same page. And let's start with Otter AI. Otter has been around for a long time. They position themselves as the #1 AI meeting agent. And that positioning matters because it tells you exactly who they're built for. Teams from Harvard, Amazon, IBM, Walgreens, and MasterCard, they all are Otter customers, which tells you something. It's definitely a more corporate and enterprise grade tool with a deep feature set for CRM integrations, compliance certification, and a bot that visibly joins your meeting, which is important. I didn't mention this, but Otter is a $100 million business. Granola just raised $125 million in their Series C. Granola, they call themselves an AI Notepad, and again, that framing is intentional. It is not trying to be an enterprise meeting agent. It's built for founders, creators, freelancers, small teams who want a beautiful, intuitive tool that doesn't feel like corporate software. And how do I know? Well, there is no bot that joins your call. It records your device audio silently in the background. So yes, these tools are in the same category, but they are very different. And that means who they serve is going to be different. So let's break this down further. Let's talk about the key differences, starting with how they join meetings. This is the first real fork in the road. Otter sends a bot into your meeting. You've probably seen it before. And especially if you're on Google Meet, it will show up as a visible participant. Zoom is a little bit more subtle as it's just operating in the background. But there is an upside to this. The consent is handled automatically because everyone in the meeting knows it's being recorded, because the bot cannot operate if the meeting isn't actively being recorded. Now, both of these tools are able to auto join your calls from your calendar, and that means you don't have to think about it. But when it comes to Granola, there is no bot, so it'll transcribe everything from your computer's audio quietly in the background. No one on the call knows you're recording unless you tell them. And that could be perfect for a lot of use cases, but the consent responsibility is on you. You'll need to verbally let people know. And that means you're gonna have to interrupt your flow in your meetings to say, hey, this meeting's being recorded. Is everyone good with that? And for most creators, freelancers, and founders, that's a non-issue. But if you're in corporate or a very regulated environment, this is not something that you could accidentally forget. And there is a byproduct of this feature that is a really nice add-on. If someone adds something to my calendar, Otter knows that, and Otter will show up to that meeting even if I don't. And that means I will get the notes for that meeting. And as you know, there might be a meeting that you're supposed to be in, but something comes up and you're gonna need to review all the content in that meeting. Now, you don't have to ask anyone. You're gonna get the recording because they allowed your bot to join the meeting. They had full permission to allow the bot in or reject it, and they decided to let it in, and you're gonna get all the notes, which is actually a really useful feature. Probably a true benefit of AI. It goes into the meeting, it takes notes for you, and it returns back your specific tasks. Plus, you could ask it questions about anything that happened. On the flip side, with Granola, it doesn't do that. So if you do not attend the meeting, it is not gonna record the notes. Which leads us to the next aspect, the note-taking approach. Otter does everything for you. You don't have to touch anything during your meeting. It will generate summaries, pull action items, and label who said what. It is fully automated. Granola has a bit of a different philosophy, and this is why they call themselves an AI Notepad. It will do the same things, but with a twist. When you start a new meeting, you have a simple notepad open during your meeting. And that way, you could jot down anything that stands out to you from that meeting. Key points, questions, things you want to remember. And then when the meeting ends, Granola will take your notes and enhance them with the full transcription. And that's very powerful for some specific use cases because your notes become the foundation. And then the AI will fill the gaps and structure everything around it. And just as a side note, if you take 0 notes, it will still do all of the work. Plus, I will say that when a meeting ends, Granola will generate everything for you. Basically, it's instantaneously, like immediately. Where Otter, it does take a few minutes before everything is finalized and generated. I am not sure why, but there is a noticeable difference. The reality is, it's just a few moments, but Granola is literally right away, where Otter does take a bit of time. So if that 1 or 2 minutes matters, it is worth noting. Now, going back to Granola, you could also set templates for specific meeting types. Think of customer discovery, stand-ups, one-on-ones, or sales calls. You could generate your own, or there is a catalog of 28 templates already available. So as you can see, their approach to meetings and how they handle meetings is different. Now, let's take it to the next feature. Let's talk about AI chat across your meetings. Both tools will allow you to have a conversation with your meeting history. You could ask things like, what did we decide about the timeline? Or what were the client's main concerns in Tuesday's call? And both do this well. The real power though is when you've built up months of meetings, you could search across everything. In both Otter and Granola, you could ask a question and say, with all our customer discovery calls, what is the main concern of new customers before they onboard? And the AI could pull not just the words, but the hesitations, the fears, the sentiments in the calls and help you uncover what is really happening. Now, a few nuanced differences. Granola allows you to set up folders and it will auto suggest where a meeting should go. It'll say, hey, is this a customer call or is this a one-on-one call? It'll help you to find every single meeting so you could put them in the right folders. That way, if you want to have a conversation with that folder, it's really easy to do. Otter allows you to do the same thing, but in my opinion and experience, it was more complicated. Otter has channels and they also have labels, and I get confused on how these work together. And another nuance that I do want to share when it comes to chatting with a specific meeting or a group of meetings. Now, one other detail that I do want to share here, when you're using AI in both of these tools, the experience is a bit different. Otter does allow you to choose a level of thinking, whether it's extended thinking or more of a fast response type of AI experience, while Granola allows you to choose your favorite LLM, whether that's the latest Claude model, ChatGPT, or any others. I know this is a small thing, but if you are generating useful content out of a particular meeting, you may want to be very selective about which LLM you're using. Now, I do want to highlight one feature that only Otter has and one feature that only Granola has. Let's start with Otter. You know how Otter is actually gonna join your meeting as another participant? Well, you could actually chat with Otter and ask it questions. And so you actually have a live AI assistant in your meeting, which is pretty incredible. You don't need to go to a separate tool, and you could just ask a question and it can pull up information for you. And this is from anything online. Plus, it can answer questions from past conversations you've had. It's really easy to set up privacy so you feel confident, but overall, you could really do a lot with this. All you do is say, "Hey Otter," and then ask a question, and it will pull the information for you. That is a really cool feature. And Granola has something that I love as well. It's called recipes. Recipes are expertly crafted prompts that work with your specific meeting context. For example, there's one that's called Coach Me that gives you leadership coaching feedback based on how you showed up in your one-on-ones. There's also a Write a PRD recipe that you could use if you've just had a meeting talking about a specific issue with a product and you need to develop a product requirements doc from the brainstorming session. Plus, there are other ones that are really useful. Now, let's talk about pricing. Otter has 3 tiers. The basic plan is free with unlimited meetings with basic AI summaries and core integrations. That is actually quite useful as a starting point. Next up is the Pro plan, and as you can see on my screen, it starts at $8.33 per user per month. And this is going to be great for individuals and small teams who don't have a calendar full of meetings every single day. They just need something for a meeting here and there. Now, most people where a lot of work happens in meetings will need something like the business plan, and this starts at $19.99 per month per user. Now, this is gonna get you unlimited meetings and in-app recording with meetings that go for a duration of up to 4 hours. You'll see some additional features as well on my screen, but those are probably the key things when you're considering Otter. They also have an enterprise level plan with some really cool new features coming out soon. Now, some things to note. There are some upper limits. With the basic plan, you could have the max number of 5 members in your team. For Pro, that's 5 build users. And then for business, that's up to 25 build users. Now, we haven't talked about it in the video, but if you're looking for something that's HIPAA compliant, SSO, or custom integrations, you're definitely gonna need to take a look at Otter's enterprise plan. Now, let's take a look at Granola's pricing. They have 3 tiers. They also have a free plan that is gonna give you AI meeting notes, but with a limited meeting history. And the reality is we're always gonna wanna look back on meetings that are further than 30 days old, and so most people are gonna end up signing up for the business plan. This starts at $14 per user per month, and that is gonna get you unlimited notes and history, access to advanced AI models, and the full integration with things like Notion, Slack, HubSpot, Adio, and more. One major thing to note is that there is no limit for the duration of a meeting. I recorded a meeting the other day with Granola that was over 4 hours long, and I had no issue. And the third plan, the enterprise plan, it starts at $35 per user per month and adds SSO, admin controls, and API access with priority support. So a few key differences that I see when you're looking at both of these that you're gonna wanna pay attention to. First of all, is gonna be the actual duration of your recordings every single month, as well as the duration of your average meeting length. So in a month, if you're gonna record more than 1,200 minutes of meetings in a month, you're gonna need to sign up for the business plan to get unlimited. However, the business plan with Granola is $6 cheaper per seat per month, and you get unlimited. And following, if you're gonna have meetings that are gonna be longer than 90 minutes, but you don't necessarily need more than 1,200 minutes a month, the Pro plan isn't gonna work for you. You're gonna wanna look back at Granola and use the business plan. Next up, if you need HIPAA compliant and the best of the best when it comes to enterprise level software, Otter is gonna be a better choice. They don't share their pricing on the website, but they have been doing it for a long time, so I'm sure they have everything set right. Granola does offer an enterprise level plan, but it looks like they're just getting started. There is no language about HIPAA compliance or any other type of compliance outside of SSO and enterprise grade security. Oh, and I just noticed on their website that they are SOC 2 compliant, but they are not HIPAA compliant at the moment. And I believe this is probably on their roadmap coming soon. Alright, so who is each of these tools for? Look, if you are a freelancer, creator, founder, anyone running a small team and you love beautiful software, Granola is the move. The UI is the best I've seen in the category and it's just elegant and pleasant to use. Plus, recipes is a genuinely interesting feature. On the other hand, if you are a recruiting agent in sales, in education, or in corporate, Otter is gonna have a robust suite of tools to make your job easier, especially if you need an enterprise level solution, or you're in a very regulated industry like healthcare. Plus, with the deep CRM integrations with Salesforce and HubSpot, and the visible bots that handle consent management for you in every meeting, you're never gonna have to worry about privacy concerns, compliance, or causing any issues around recording meetings. Now, both of these tools are worth it, and if you are ready to get started, definitely click the links down below and check out for any promos down there as well. Granola is offering your first month free when you use that link. If you got value from this video and you want more content like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.